It's been nearly 3 months since U.S. Ambassador to Libya Christopher Stevens was killed in that attack on the U.S. mission in Benghazi. In the time since, we've heard more about the logistics of the attack than the men who lost their lives in it. Earlier today, post-diplomatic correspondent Gearan sat down with the ambassador's sister, Ann Stevens, to talk about Chris.
Welcome. Thank you very much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I wanted to ask you a little bit about your family and the things that your family is doing to remember your brother, Chris Stevens. I understand you've set up a website and there's a memorial fund. Can you talk a little bit about that and tell me why you've chosen as a family to do the things the way you're doing them?
Yes. Well, shortly after Chris died, there was such an outpouring of love and appreciation and stories from friends, family, and colleagues who we'd never met before. And we felt that we wanted to be able to collect all of these stories and pictures. So we set up the website so that there would be a place for everyone to go to contribute and to read each other's stories. It's been wonderful. I've heard from so many people that they love to just go and remember Chris through the website. And the same sentiment towards appreciation for Chris and who he was and the work he did made people want to do something active as well. How can we help? How can we contribute? How can we help move this work forward? And so we created the J. Christopher Stevens Fund to create a place so people could contribute, and we will, as a family, put this fund towards projects that promote building bridges between people of the Middle East and people of the United States.
Are you involved at all in any of the investigations or the inquiry into the security situation in Benghazi? Either you or other members of your family?
No, the State Department has taken care of that.
Do you have questions that you'd like the State Department to answer or anyone to answer about this security? Do you feel like your family is getting the information that you want about what happened and what led up to it?
Absolutely. The State Department has been very forthcoming with us and communicating regularly with us about the events. Is there something you wish the State Department had done differently as far as security or not? No, the State Department is managing security as best as can be done. What Chris felt about security was making friends increases security. He wanted to be out there with the people and communicating and being on the ground.
The question of whether there was adequate security at the mission became pretty political pretty fast. What did you think as that conversation unfolded in Washington and entered even the presidential campaign? Were you surprised by it? Did you think it was a good idea, bad idea, or have any opinion about it at all?
Oh, I think I can speak for our family that we don't think that it was a political event, and there was no reason for it to be mentioned in the political realm.
It probably will continue to be the part of the political realm. Is that at this point even helpful or appropriate?
I think it's a lot more helpful to focus on the kind of work that the State Department and other groups like Search for Common Ground are doing in Libya and in other Middle Eastern countries. Work that Chris would have promoted, work in education, communication, cross-cultural exchange. That's what we like to focus on.
Yeah. Is there something that you'd really particularly like to tell people about either the way your brother did his job or the kind of brother he was or a family member he was that you could leave people with?
I think what really came out in his work is how inclusive he was. And at a personal level, when we're deciding who to invite to your wedding, you invite everybody. Right. When you go out into the world, who do you talk to? We talk to everybody. I think that's a wonderful way to live.
Well,
and work.
He certainly tried. That's great. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to the Post. I know it's a busy few hours for you in Washington. So.
It's a very exciting time, and it's a great honor for Chris to have this award from Search for Common Ground.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.